A new hormone to extend life. We're always interested in things that extend life. And they have identified a hormone called FGF21. Now it's called 21 because it is the 21st FGF hormone to be discovered, but this one is a biggie. It's called fibroblastic growth factor 21. And it regulates some important pathways in your body. It can regulate carbohydrate and fat metabolism, help you maintain energy while you're fasting, improve cellular aging, and even help with weight loss. So here's a pathway. FGF21 is produced primarily in the liver, and it regulates lots of things. One of the downstream things that it creates is called AMPK. Now, we've talked about AMPK before, but if you want energy and if you want weight loss, you want lots of AMPK. This hormone is also called the starvation hormone because it gets really high when you don't eat. And what they've found is that it extends the lifespan of mice. It is the pro-longevity hormone. In recent years, fibroblastic growth factor 21, FGF21, has emerged as a key agent for the promotion of metabolic and vascular health, leanness, and longevity. Holy cow, it's covering all the bases. It decreases body fat without reducing food. That's a biggie. And this study was done in monkeys, but how much? Well, they injected the monkeys with FGF21. These were fat, obese monkeys, no changes to the diet, and they lost 27% of their body weight in 12 weeks. That is fast. It expands the lifespan in mice. How much? Well, only 30 to 40%, some significant numbers there. We conclude that FGF21 could potentially be used as a hormone to expand lifespan in mammals, including humans. So now we're looking at drugging people to reverse aging. Now, does that make you a little nervous? It should, because there's always problems that come with that. The idea of one drug that can treat obesity, diabetes, dyslipidemia, hypertension all at once might seem to have been impossible a few years ago, but is now tantalizing and exciting prospect. Now, this was before Ozempic and GLP-21 came out. To date, the pharmacological use of FGF21, however, is limited because it's got a half-life of 1 to 2 hours. Now, what does that mean? That means in 1 to 2 hours, half of it's already out of your body. So your body clears it out pretty quickly. So you inject it, it raises your levels, but they don't stay up very long. So they came up with a long-acting FGF21. Does that sound familiar? The once-a-week shot for Ozempic. When administered to overweight, obese subjects with diabetes, it caused a significant reduction in body weight and circulating atherogenic lipids. So your bad cholesterols and things decreased. And it did help for lots of issues. Weight went down significantly. Triglycerides went down significantly. LDL went down significantly, all by doing this injection. Another study, a once-weekly administration of this, caused people's bone turnover markers to improve, blood pressure to improve, body weight in obese people to improve, and people with high triglycerides all to improve. So it's got some good benefits. One downside, though. Here's what they found in this study. It was associated with unfavorable changes in vital signs that posed potential safety concerns. Now, your vital signs are the things that we look at to just make sure you're not having major problems, and they started to not look so good. So that ended it. So we can't use the injections for FGF21, but how about using food or the lack of food for boosting this longevity hormone? In this study, they said that it's an expensive drug, it's hard to inject, but maybe we should look at other ways to boost it, like diet as a practical cost alternative way to boost FGF21. And sure enough, we're back to fasting to boost FGF21. FGF21 expression is markedly increased in response to starvation and fasting. There is some controversy on how long it takes for it to boost it. The longer the better, but I think any kind of fasting is helpful, and we'll dive into that a little more in our next video. What about a ketogenic diet? You get rid of all the sugar and you just have fat there. Would that boost FGF21? No. In fact, FGF21 went down on ketogenic diets. Now, if you've been following me, you'll know I'm not a big fan of ketogenic diets for many reasons, and this is one of them. 3 months on a ketogenic diet was associated with a 42% decline in plasma FGF21. So it's about cut in half by you going on a keto, and that's not good. Another study, in this study they put people on diets and high intensity interval training, burst training, and these people were all obese diabetics, and they all had FGF21s improve except the people who were on a high-fat diet. And high-fat diets are not healthy in any way. The dietary fat needs to be about 30% of your diet or less, and it needs to be the right kind of fats. How about using exercise to boost FGF21? This is a very interesting study. They looked to see if exercise could improve FGF21 and carbohydrate and fat metabolism. And what they found is they had a group who did aerobic exercise, like running for 40 minutes, and another group who did resistance training, weightlifting, about 5 different muscle groups, 3 sets of 10. And with both groups, HDL cholesterol went up 20%. Now that's a good one. That's good. And with the weightlifting group, FGF21 went up 42%, and aerobic exercise, it went up 21%. So the moral of this story is don't neglect resistance training. It's one of the most powerful ways that you can increase your longevity hormone. I want to encourage you to boost FGF21 naturally. And in our next video, I'm going to give you 5 natural, safe ways to boost this hormone for longevity and health.